unboxing the builds.
There's a scissor thing back there. Creepy knife, you got it.
So, first off, we're going to unbox the tower, which is I guess it's called a Skyline 06WB. Not quite sure what the WB
We can make it sound like an ASMR video.
Wow, that is actually pretty nice.
Look at the top. You got 4 USBs, two 2.0s, two 3.0s.
Yep, two 2s, two 3s, audio in and audio out. I'm assuming that's power, hard drive light, and the reset button.
In the front, let me just turn it around. Oh wait, look at that.
Yeah, that's SATA hotspot.
Yeah.
Or at least it should be hotspot.
It is.
That's awesome.
That is really awesome.
And that can work off of, I think, 2.5 and possibly 3.5.
I didn't even notice that when we were speccing.
I think I saw it, but I thought it would be a little bit different than that, so. Sorry for the limited lighting. It's kind of hard to tell. But these, I believe, yep, are pretty nice. Basically, they're just click-in bays that cover up drives. Oh, I thought it was falling off.
Open it up. Check out the inside.
For connectivity on this thing, I made sure I have a lot of expansion. These are basically, you pull this up, pull it out, and it's got trays for hard drives. Hard drive bays, I should say.
You want to start with the power supply since...
Yep. So,
alright.
And we'll explain all of these when we get further into actually doing the build and all that stuff. And thankfully, they gave us extra pieces, screws and stuff. So.
Yeah, which we'll probably use most of those. This is a 5-year. This thing comes with a 5-year warranty. I just noticed 650 watt. It's Roswell, which is a lot better than they used to be.
If you're wondering why there's no cord coming out of this power supply, this is a fully modular power supply that literally I don't have to worry about unnecessary wires because I will only put on what I need. So that's going to be phenomenal for cable management.
Alright.
So.
Might as well put this in now, huh?
Yep, let me grab my, now I know you guys can't see this at the moment, but basically 4 screws mounts the power supply on the bottom of the case. Fan up or down?
It's down towards the filter.
Okay.
Which is what you want. This is standard ATX, so it should work without having to put anything else on there.
Oops, as I'm covering up the thing with my, yeah.
It's so pretty. Alrighty, so now when you're ready, picture of the motherboard.
So with this, we decided to go with an MSI motherboard.
Z170 series. And the nice thing about the Z170s is if you upgrade to like the new one, the Kaby Lake in the future, you can just flash the BIOS and you're good to go. And it's about $50 cheaper than the 200 series. So,
which is awesome.
Alrighty, so. I also like the capacitors, the flat caps on here.
I think I have them. That was the number one thing you should never forget when putting together a computer.
That.
The back plate.
So let's do that first. A lot of new towers, they take them off because they're completely pointless because no two towers are the same. I mean, no two motherboards are the same usually. I like this because they actually label them. I mean, not like we don't know what they are, but for novice users, it's kind of nice. Now, this is always a pain in the butt because you have to kind of...
Yeah, they can be temperamental to get in there.
And you can also cut yourself if you're not careful because it's pretty sharp
edges.
Sharp aluminum.
But we will make sure that the tabs are bent out of the way.
Yeah.
Because you do not want those going into your motherboard's ports.
Yeah, that could cause issues.
But these other tabs are actually designed to press up against the port to provide support, but these ones right here...
So it looks like it's in. You want to double check that on your side? I think it's in.
Yeah, it feels like it's in.
Alright, now here's another thing. We're going to use a...
Get these out of the way so we don't bounce over them.
We're using solid state. What am I talking? We are using solid state, but we're we're using
M2.
water cooling.
Oh, water
so
cooling, yes.
I don't know if we have to do anything under here.
Well, on the board that I had to do when I did Tron, it had plastic pieces that went across. I had to take those off and take off the back plastic. But it looks like they've decided to open it up to developers or people that put together computers to do it how they please. So this will make it a lot easier to get the screw mounts put in and then actually attach the water cooling to the board itself.
So there's your nice, beautiful board. You got your M2 slot right there for your solid state.
Basically, when she's stating M2, this is an M2. Go ahead and take it out.
Well, it's an M2 chip, and they usually, most of the time, they're going to be like if you buy a computer from like HP, they use the slots for their wireless. This is actually a hard drive, though, solid state.
This is basically the component that is inside of a solid state hard drive. Or I should say solid state drive because it's not a hard drive, it's solid state. Think of a giant flash drive, basically. But there's a major thing here. This is just a solid state. This is not a NVMe drive, so this is only going to cap out at the maximum read of
like
560 megabytes per second.
Which is still outstanding.
As NVMe drives can max out at like, I think it's 3,000 megabytes per second.
But they cost technically like 4 times the amount.
Yeah, so they're expensive as crap, and that is going to mount right here.
Yeah, and that's another thing I placing the board, and you want to be very careful.
We don't want to actually mount the boards just yet. We want to just get it in there and get it aligned.
Yeah, basically we're just trying to make sure that there's a place for each hole.
So we want to make sure that over here in the middle, up top, have mountings, which they do. Over here, down here, and this one down here, but we will not be able to get to the outer rim because there's no actual physical place to mount those. However, since 90, give or take 80 to 90% of the board is going to be held in place just fine, I am not concerned about it because the main weight is going to be right here where the heatsink, I should say the water cooling and the graphics card are going to be, and those are going to have primary posts on them that will be able to handle the weight. So
We're going
to have to pull it back out, put the processor in.
This honking thing is the water cooler. This is actually one of the more affordable ones, but it was like highly rated. It actually $60. I don't know if you can see me. I don't know. Okay, $60, and cheapest one, not the cheapest, but like almost the cheapest, but still better rated than the $80 one. So it's the H55 Corsair. You can get it on Amazon or Newegg. Plug. All right. Let's see what we have to work with here and make sure it's supposed to be compatible with both. AMD's.
Yeah, it probably has the brackets for both.
Yeah, it's supposed to be AM2, and which is AMD, and then it's supposed to be 1151 compatible. So we'll find that out.
And the good part is, since this is pre-built, it makes it so much easier because I don't have to fill up the system. It's already there. And I believe, yep, it comes with heat paste already on the actual.
So we're gonna want to wipe that i7 off.
Yeah, we'll wipe off the i7, and then we'll get everything else situated. Let me open this up because we got to figure out which plate we're using. I believe for these one it was this one, if I'm not mistaken. Which I am mistaken. So this one. Yep, that one. That's the clamp for the thing.
I really need another light bulb for the light.
That is to clamp it down over the processor. And that's the retaining, I believe. That is not needed. Give me two. So when this goes in, this will go on the back. This is basically the portion that keeps the backside from touching any of the circuitry. That way it doesn't short anything out or break anything for that matter. And it looks like they gave numerous different pin locations. That way, well, one of them is bound to fit. Either way, it'll work. So, first thing.
That is, yeah, it has to be a 1151. Anyways.
So what we'll do is take this up. This has to come off. So I guess we'll hold.
You just squeeze them.
Yeah. This comes back, which pulls that up. So the processor that's going into it. It's a Intel i7 6700. Yes, this is not the K version, but that's fine. I don't need the extra oomph anyway.
You can overclock it yourself.
Yes.
That's how you know.
So the two tabs she specifies are that one and that one. And on the processor, they match up, which you cannot see, but that's okay, because, yeah.
Please don't drop that board off the case. It makes
So-
me very nervous.
That's it in. Now I'm going to go ahead and clamp this over it. And now the i7 is mounted into the motherboard. So I'm going to hand the phone back to Frankie and figure out the whole process of getting this into the water cooling. Alright, those are all in. So when we flip it back over, as you will see, there are now posts in each spot.
Which we will mount stuff to. Right?
Yes.
Right.
So as Frankie was saying earlier, this is the water cooling. Basically, works just like a car radiator. Water gets cooled off, goes through the pipe, hits the processor, the top of the housing where the processor sits on top of the heatsink, and then transfers the heat back through, which gets cooled back off, aka a car.
Just pray to God this doesn't leak.
I've never had one leak yet, so
Maybe some problems there. Pretty much just throw it away.
yeah, start over.
Alright.
Now we need.
Up the camera? I'm sorry, I'm trying to think if the camera or the fan.
No, I'm retarded. I remember last time now that these go in and they're designed to hold these in place.
This one here. By the way.
There we go. Okay, now we'll put this back in here. Gotta put that on backwards. Thankfully, these are just pivots. No, they're not. But that is already correct. No, it's not. There we go. Now it goes through the hole.
Okay.
All right, putting that back on.
Okay.
Now,
Am I holding this in?
yep, was,
It was, I remember the Corsair logo was like that.
yeah.
Sweet Jesus.
Yeah, it gave it perfect clearance on top of those caps. You got about a half a centimeter there.
But they're flat caps, so you don't really have to worry too much. If they were the regular ones, you'd be in
As you can
trouble.
tell, all of them are in. I know it's a little cockeyed, but according to the instructions, that's how it goes in. So, and voila.
Yeah. Don't recommend holding it up, but you can see that it's pretty solid. Okay.
Now the fun part.
So I'm gonna remove that. I'm gonna put it over it. Why, yes, yes I am. Okay.
If we were doing actual liquid cooling, like making it ourselves, we'd be using these ports. But I don't do custom cooling like that because you never know what could leak, and I don't want to spend thousands of dollars on a tower.
And also, who cares?
Yeah, I'm not that into.
You don't
liquid
have.
cooling.
If you moved into your mom's basement,
Yeah.
you don't want to do that. No offense to anybody who lives in their mom's basement who has a tower like that. But hey, shout out to you. Alrighty. You can probably want to remove that whole thing when you get this edited. I don't want to offend people.
So now, this. Let's see, which way does this go?
Not that way. It goes.
Usually there's a arrow on them. Go like that?
Yeah, on the other side. This goes on the tower, and that goes here on the other side. There's like. No?
Nope. You want the air to be pulled off of
Oh,
it.
yeah. Well, that's the way it was, like that.
Okay. So the fun part is getting these screws, these guys, into it.
I'll hold it for you. I can multitask a little bit.
So what we're going to do is thread these. Oh, wait, no. I'm being mistaken here. That goes through there. Let's go.
Yeah,
It's been a long time since I've done anything with Tron, so
Just hold it in so you can- There you go.
that goes through that, and then that goes through that, and then it's just so much of this that goes in. So all we have to do, watch out, is mount this here. I'm not using the washers because I don't really care. I'm not going to just mount this anytime soon.
You should use the washers, Patrick.
Fine, I'll use the damn washers.
Professionalism.
It's my tower.
See, give this computer. You already gave it a name.
Yeah, if anybody knows what Night Fury is from, let me know.
Is it something nerdy?
Well, it's pretty nerdy to me.
Okay, it's either, knowing you, it's either Transformers, it's Dragon Ball Z, or some kind of racing thing. With
You are incorrect on all three.
Fast and the Furious 19 or something.
Nope. Not even close. Oh, that's why that's not going in. Probably helps not to have
Is it
wires
like
in
an
there.
X-Men comic thing?
Nope. It's actually even cuter.
Cuter, huh?
Yep. It's a show I could watch several times over and not get too entirely bored.
Yeah, I have no idea what he's talking about.
Give you a hint. Toothless.
Still don't have no idea what you're talking about.
I spit blue flames from my mouth.
Still don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know how else to describe it to you.
Can you just tell people what it is?
I'll give you a hint. It has the word train in it.
Thomas the Train.
Yeah, that's it. You got me. Thomas the Train.
That's a badass name for an old engine.
I fly. Is anybody guessing this, or is anybody even watching?
No one's watching this. So you're just humoring me at this point. Please edit all this crap out. You might want to speed this up when we make the actual video.
Oh yeah, I don't intend on having everything that we're talking about in this video.
I'm pretty sure my phone died because I left the light on. Oh no, it's still 15%.
I turned off the light.
Oh, thank you.
Figured you didn't want a dead phone.
Yeah, I'm home. I can charge it.
True, but
Alrighty, I get a better view down here.
I do intend on trying this out on Twitch.
It's mostly for gaming, though. I mean, granted, this is a gaming build.
I was just say this is a gaming build. Come on.
Budget gaming build. I
Budget?
call it budget because real crazy people would consider anything under a 1080 to be budget. And by the way, the 1080 is the $580 Nvidia graphics card, which is pretty much for the consumer model. That's the top that you can get without getting a tight 10X.
We are
But
tight on there.
anyways,
Now, the pain in the ass part of getting the motherboard screws in.
yeah. Once again, you should have put the motherboard in before you put that in, because now you can't get the screws in on
Yeah, I
top.
can. It'd be a pinch, but I'll do it. Oh, and if you really want to make sure your heatsink for your CPU is on there, I'm doing the best way to do it. I'm lining the holes with the CPU freaking cooler. Alright, where's the screws for the motherboard? Are they over here?
Yeah, they usually Hold on, I gotta...
They're the black ones.
Well, they're all black, but they're special size.
These ones?
Perhaps.
That's only one of the two.
Yeah, it's gonna be the bigger one.
So now we go... Not do that. Never tighten your screws down right away. This is just an alignment tool. And I don't think this is the right screw.
It's a smaller one, like I had in my hand, probably.
Yeah, probably.
We got stuff falling.
Yeah, it's these ones. Yeah, it's these. And the reason why I say don't tighten the screws all the way down when you're doing this is because you need to use the screws as alignment tools. And thank God I've got magnetic screwdrivers. Otherwise, this would be a really fun time. And I know, yes, you can't see this, but it's nothing special. I like how they made this board like partially two-toned. It's actually kind of cool looking.
I actually saw one that was white, all white. That was interesting.
Guess they really can build them out of anything, can't they?
Yep. I'm kind of already digging our
A
ITX
fun one,
build.
a corner screw.
Can you do it? Are you doing it?
I feel like it. Yep. It's in
It
there.
feels right. Alrighty.
And a final one.
Nope. Don't forget about that guy.
A final one.
Oh yeah, that was the final one. That was fast.
So I guess there's no... Oh, yeah, this is the middle one.
Yeah, there's a middle one right there under the RAM slots right there.
They tried to hide it on me. And yes, I am tightening these because they're all...
Lined up at this point.
Yeah, it's all lined up at this point.
After this, I'm doing something.
Yep.
I'll pop the card in, I'll pop the
Oh,
RAM
I get to
in.
pop the card in. You can pop the RAM in. Actually, you know what? You can have the card. I'm going to do the SSD PCI.
I don't want to do that. That's your thing.
And last but not
God,
least...
the lighting is absolutely horrid.
Yeah, well...
Yikes, this thing is not doing a good job of the lighting. We have more lighting than it. What happened?
That SSD isn't going to work.
Why not? It's on the other side. It's on this side.
No, I understand that, but this isn't the same pinouts. I think this is an NVMe board. Because it's only got the 2-post, it's not a 3-post.
I don't think it mattered. It's M2.
Doesn't matter, there's an M2 NVMe and there's regular M2.
You should look that up. Might learn something together, because if we're wrong... Because I think it's just kind of like how it'll just still go in.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Except you have
just hoping.
you have
Yeah,
to-
I know. Come on now, I'm not that dumb.
No, but it doesn't matter. It's just they do
I will need
a smaller screwdriver.
a smaller screwdriver because that's not going to work.
Now it's time to bust out the professional kit. I'm going to use this to clean my carpet real quick. That would suck.
That would suck.
By the way, these things are getting down in price now. It's pretty impressive. Under $100 for a 240. Actually, this is more than that, I think. 256.
Alright, slap that puppy in there. Let's pray to God that one works.
I know it's going to work. I made sure when I ordered it. I'm having issues.
I can tell.
There it goes.
So the SSD is in and slap the RAM in there.
Take the camera, please. Now we got, this is dual channel, and we got 4 gigabytes, making a total 16 gigabytes. And this is 2400 memory, DDR4.
Kobe says, I learned a bit, but now I'm so lost. I'm turning off. Have fun. It's all good, Kobe. I'm going to do a complete video on this anyway, so.
I need some more light on that end. I can eyeball it. There it goes. 2.
As I'm probably like yelling into the microphone. Sorry, people.
3.
Be careful on that fourth one since the side of the board doesn't mount.
Ah, no. Okay. Ah! There it goes. And then just make sure they clip
What
in.
does it say on the side of the board? Easy
LED.
Easy debug LED. Ooh! So it actually tells us that the RAM, the VGA, or the CPU are crap.
Yep, there we go. So now we got the graphics card, which
Now before we go there, we are going to plug this, I believe, in the System Fan 1. This is basically what controls the pump inside of the CPU's housing for the water cooling and tells it to turn on and actually pump the liquids through. So we will know in a heartbeat if that leaks.
let's hope it doesn't.
Yeah, right.
We'll do this to you, boss. Okay. All right. So here we go. It's a 1060. This has 8 gigabytes.
8? That was 6.
6. I lied. 6 gigabytes of GDDR5.
Nothing else in the box that I've seen aside from software underneath that we don't need.
This is the high mid tier consumer card. This is would run you about $250. We got this one on sale for $240. Dual fan and HDMI mini display port and I believe DVI outputs.
So there's the DVI,
Which we won't be using.
HDMI,
We will be using.
and display
We
port.
won't be using. Leave those in for now. Now I'm pretty sure it's like I said, these two right here.
We take off the protective sleeve first.
No, we leave that in and just jam it in. If it doesn't go, just keep jabbing and eventually get in there. Don't do
And
that.
unlike a lot of traditional video cards, this one actually does require a 6-pin.
Yeah, AMD
There are some that
ones-
require 8 pins.
Yeah, AMD, pretty much their whole line, unless you get like a couple small form ones, they're going to require 8. Which
And I do
sucks.
believe these are actually 2 slightly different sized fans that look really cool. So, yeah.
Alright, so let me remove
Oh,
that.
and this is not the most powerful graphics card in the world.
It is not, but it's pretty nice. Alright, so I'm going to do the 2 that I told you they were.
Yep, 2 and 3.
Okay, I just said that earlier.
I want to confirm.
He doesn't trust people. There's trust
I don't
issues.
trust anyone.
You have trust issues. I like how instead of having those crappy ones that you have to like bend off, you could just remove these. That's a nice little plus.
Yeah.
It's also a nice plus that you can just unscrew them because some of them use a stupid plate.
Oh, Austin and Riley joined.
Make sure you don't swipe this against your motherboard when you pull these out. It's not good. Wait. Yeah, okay. You want to listen for that click.
And
Click.
there it is.
All right. Now we have the PCI, the little PCI AC majigger. This has Bluetooth and AC 1200. This will give you wireless
And when she states AC 1200, she's talking about wireless.
and keeps it away from the fans.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that.
So,
The only problem that I'm going to foresee in this tower at this point in time is fans fighting each other. But I'm going to put a fan up front if there isn't one already, and then possibly a fan down here to help blow air through. So yeah, that should help out quite a bit.
now pretty much all this is a little M2 adapter PCI card that has the Intel chip built
Not
in.
M2, it's just a PCI slot.
Yeah, but it has
PCI
the M2 adapter that you could plug in the card to. That's all that is.
Hmm.
And it's an Intel chip, which is the best. I love Intel's chipset.
Now, one thing to note is that one antenna is for the Bluetooth and one antenna is for the Wi-Fi, if I'm not mistaken.
Is that in right?
That is in. I heard the thing. Yeah, that's in.
Now we gotta make sure these are all secure. So we grab the screws that we took out earlier, put them back in. So I'll do this one first.
You really can't see a damn thing on this.
I know, the lighting's terrible.
See if I can brighten it up any.
Nope. I tried.
Edit? No. Oh, I guess you guys have to deal with the crappy lighting.
Watch another YouTuber. No. We'll make it look slightly better in post. This is always a B word. I'm trying to keep it PG here. Okay.
Yeah, I think we already went past PG.
We gotta do the front panel. We gotta plug in all that crap.
That does help. That's good. That's in.
I'm gonna bring back the flashlight since lighting sucks.
So she's plugging in the
USB 3
in the front.
Which isn't as solid as I would like. Really don't like how there isn't anything lifting that board up right there. It kind of bothers me.
It's in there. It's fine.
Okay, and we got USB 2. Where's that at? Down here. Honk honk.
USB 2.
Keep like that.
That's in there.
Is that?
Yep.
It sure doesn't feel like it. Okay.
Yep.
Another.
Oh, that's the SATA top. So that's going to go onto one of these.
Is there enough ports? Well, I guess there is since we don't have to worry.
Well, there's these and then there's
about
these.
but look where the card is covering.
So put it down on this bottom one. Let me get this out of the way.
Yeah, this is cumbersome to say the least.
So what we're plugging in right now is the top USB, the top SATA connector, and that's going to allow me to be able to hotspot drives if I need to. And if you don't know what that means, I'll explain that later.
I did it upside down. I could have sworn that was the right way. There we go.
And I'll just have to cable manage this stuff later. It's
HD
fine.
audio.
JFP1,
Okay.
maybe?
It's not on the board. You lie.
Yeah, it is. It's right there. See it? It's right here.
Oh. I didn't see that. Okay.
So, yeah, JFP1 is the panel. So it's the very bottom left, or very bottom right.
Okay, hold.
And
Power LED.
power plus, LED minus. So it's plus, minus.
Yeah, like this. Are you filming this?
Yes, I am. Maybe. No.
Film it.
So this is the hard part. Getting these darn jumpers on here.
They're not jumpers.
Whatever. The hard drive light is same thing, but it's on the bottom. So it's plus this way.
Plus towards you mean, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You do not want to break these pins, by the way. You break these, you might as well kiss your board goodbye.
Yeah. Alright, and then the reset is on.
Reset is right next to it, except for pluses to the right.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, it is.
Really?
Yep.
No, it's, oh yeah, this is opposite, isn't it?
Actually, the reset doesn't matter.
Yeah, but it is opposite, you're right.
Yeah.
It's weird. Okay, well, I'll do what it says. Always do what the people tell you to. Never question authority, people.
Pauses to the right.
Alright, one second.
Yeah. Okay, Rage. That's Rage, right?
I hope not. It's a completely opposite of Rage Against the Machine.
Oh, well, I tried.
I basically told
I
people.
did fail music history.
I basically tell people to be tools.
Oh,
Alright.
don't push too hard.
I'm just trying to get it in. Don't worry.
And then power switch is on top of that, and positive is towards me.
I'm working on it. They don't give you a whole lot of room to flex these stupid things.
Just don't snap my board.
Snap. There goes. Oh, well. I'll have to wait for FedEx to bring it in a couple weeks.
Right. So the long story behind what she was just saying is we ordered this stuff like, what, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, and
Or a
everything
week and a
came
half
in
ago?
3 days, except the board took 2 weeks.
The board itself took freaking 2 weeks to come in. So I was being very patiently waiting. And
All
then,
right.
Like, it was supposed to be here yesterday, and then they decided the last second to update it and tell it, no, you're not coming in until tomorrow. And I'm like, what?
Now I believe we should do the...
Power, yeah. So here's that. Got the powers. Here's that.
powers that be.
So, now comes the fun part. First off, power. And this looks like it comes in a 20 and a 24 pin. And when I say that, it's because these actually come apart. Ooh, I like how they did that instead. Usually you have to slide it on, then they just pop right back off. It's annoying as shit. So, pull this apart. And unfortunately, I don't think we'll be doing Windows tonight because I don't have a copy with me.
Oh, I actually, we gotta buy a copy. We'll buy a key, and I actually have...
Windows 10, yes, I know, I'm going to move forward, but if...
Windows 10 is not that bad. It's actually really good. I like it. Windows 10 is my favorite. Actually is. I'm not being sarcastic. Alright.
I wasn't a fan of it, but new things are going to happen, so I might as well upgrade.
We have to buy a
It's
key,
24,
though.
right?
Huh?
24?
Yeah, it better be 24. Everything's 24.
Now, follow where the clip is.
No, I'm not even filming it. Damn it. Oops. I'm, like, looking at you and
Follow
trying
where
to...
the clip is for the outside piece.
It's just so cramped in here. They're not going to be able to see that.
I think I heard it. Yep, it's in there.
Okay.
Oh, I did not like that being that close to the power, or to the
I'm going to have
graphics.
to maybe unplug it from the power supply and loop it. Here, hold this.
No, it's fine. It's
No,
not-
but if you unplug it and just turn it around like a garden hose, you'll get rid of that loop. Yeah, like that.
Well, that kind of worked out a little bit
It's
better.
like a snake. Alrighty. Well, once we get the power management, I mean the cable management going, we can keep it away from
Yeah,
that.
I'm not going to show you guys cable management because that's just ridiculous right now, but it's fine.
We're gonna have to do something about that, though.
Yeah.
Okay, next.
Next is our 4 to 8 pin. That is
Up
going
there.
for up here.
It's up there. I saw
Oh,
it.
Jesus, it's way up there.
Ah, crap.
Hold that.
There it is. Let's put that in.
I guess this is going to have to wrap around the front when I get that done. So this...
I think it goes.
For CPU. Oh, CPU.
Yeah, right there.
That's CPU power. Yes, on these kind of boards you need power to the CPU.
And keep in mind, we are going to do better cable management. We're just trying to get this thing up and running.
For the most part.
Make sure it posts.
Now, don't quite need that yet. Jesus.
Alrighty.
Drives, and more drives.
Please tell me it has the old school cable somewhere. Good.
One so far. Hold on, we got more here. Oh yeah, we got plenty more here.
Excellent.
So this figures is going to be blocked by the other one. Light PCI. So we'll plug it into the top PCI because I don't need duals. That's in. Now. So the reason why it's like this is for SLI if you were doing it like this. So if you're doing VidCard, this is how it would go.
Not that this is slide, but
Yeah. Actually, I think it's like this. And if you wonder what SLI is, it's basically having two video cards linked to each other for a lot more performance than I will ever right now need.
Technically, this is probably already more than you're gonna need.
Well, who knows?
Feature perfect. Okay.
So that should be it.
No,
No?
you gotta run the fans, remember? And then you gotta put something for your I guess for later. But don't you want to hook up these fans up here?
I suppose okay. I'm just being impatient.
Hope the cable's long enough. The case is so damn big.
Well, the problem that I'm foreseeing is the factor that I need one for each of those.
You don't have one for each.
I've got this one. I've got this one. I'd have to hook up all of these. Oh wait, this one has multiple on it.
There you go.
I think.
Well, at this point, I think.
We'll just boot and run.
Yeah. I don't have a monitor, but we can
Now
use
you're
my
probably
TV.
wondering where's the hard drive. Well, if you were paying attention earlier, the hard drive is going to be my M2 SSD. That thing is, as Frankie blinds it. This is a 256 gig SSD that will boot to the drive and make it all run. So
go ahead and I would
I'm
say
gonna cut this and
we'll be back once it's up.
Be back once it's up.
I have a
Now, like I said, I know this is crappy lighting. It's the best I've got. But starting with the first part, I noticed something. I need to move this fan to where the wire is down back here, because I'm going to mount this wire for the fan and this fan wire together. But I needed to shut it down so I could disconnect it and move it. So that's what I'm going to do right now.